Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
London Blues 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends used to bug him. Lord Wars Blues 1975.
This is Super Monaco GP on the Commodore 64, released by US Gold in 1990. Dear God, what is wrong with that woman? I mean, either she's caked on the sunblock, or she's 1/3 corpse. I don't know. I've played this. Obviously, I've played the arcade version because it was released in the arcades originally in 1989, and it's one of Sega's super scalers and an incredibly impressive one, may I add. Have a gameplay of that. I suck at it. I also have a gameplay of the Mega Drive version, which Sega ported themselves, which is, you know, it's missing a lot of the visual finesse of the arcade, obviously, because there is no hardware scaling on the Mega Drive, but it's a very, very good, solid game. And what it makes up, how it makes up for the lack of visuals is the inclusion of a whole bunch of extra options. However, US Gold ported this to the micros back in the day, so it was released on this Commodore 64, released on the Amstrad, the ZX Spectrum, Atari ST, and Amiga. I have a gameplay of the ZX Spectrum version, and believe it or not, it's alright. Now, I tried to play this years ago, but I had to use the god-awful joystick that came with the C64 Mini, but now I have the Retrobit, or a Retrobit control pad. I thought I'd revisit it. So, basically, it's a Formula 1 style simulator game, arcade simulator. Obviously, Super Monaco GP is a sequel to Monaco GP, which is a very old Sega arcade game, which is kind of a top-down-ish kind of racing game, which I do not have a gameplay of. I'll shut up a moment, the music's awesome. Right, whether or not it can save the game remains to be seen. So basically you have to qualify and then you have to race. You have a wing mirror? A rear view mirror at the top of your car that shows what's going on behind you, which was a feature of the arcade machine, and also on the Spectrum. It's actually quite impressive in how you use it, and you know, it also obviously displays the cars behind you. It's quite, you know, taxing for a Spectrum game. So whether or not it works in a similar manner on the Commodore 64, I do not know. I know it got decent-ish reviews on the Spectrum. Don't know what it got on the Commodore. I'll shut up now. Let's get into it. So here we have our gear options, basically, our transmission, if you will. We have B class, which is basically you have accelerate and it shifts automatically. Now that obviously limits the speed of your car, I believe, but playing this on a joystick, because obviously we're going to be accelerating by pressing up, but the problem with using a joystick or a D-pad is we will also be using the same D-pad or stick to turn left and right and brake, because obviously, well, I don't know, maybe you can play this on keys, can't on my C64 Mini because it won't recognise a keyboard, but you could at least on the Spectrum, and because you're using Q as accelerate and A as brake, it's completely separate from your left and right piece. So this is why I always struggle with these types of games on the Commodore 64, at least on my C64 Mini. Anyway, then we can go to A class, which I guess we use fire to accelerate. So we've only got 4 gears, so we will press, as you can see from the picture there, up or down to shift up or shift down. Again, we'll be doing that on the D-pad or the joystick, if I even try. I might, for shits and giggles, which means I can imagine you shifting all over the spot. Unfair of me to call it out on that straight away, so, you know, we'll go with automatic first, but then obviously you have Super A class where we have 7 gears. Like that's gonna happen. Anyway, once again, the music's awesome, balls. But we care not for the music. We want to get in and see what sort of driving game it's like. Let's go. So, anyway, speed, top left, your lights top right. In the middle or at the top of the screen is my position. Qualifying lap, as you can see, time to the right of qualifying lap. Above that is my rear view mirror. Do you have a rear view mirror on an F1 car? Surely you must have something. I don't know. Right, yeah, it's my worst nightmare. We're pressing up, and then the road is so fierce in the way it turns, and compared to the Spectrum, the road is tiny. No in-game music. Car noise is a bit, yeah. Fire button does nothing. I guess that's skidding. I haven't hit anything yet. It's very hard to play because you're constantly pressing up to accelerate, and then you're pressing left and right. The stress on my thumb is quite a lot. And then you lean, ooh, you lean back. I have no idea what happened there, and I think I chucked my anchors so much I stopped to brake. It's just the road is on second, shitballs, so fierce, and it's not particularly good graphics. I mean, I know this isn't a comparison video, monochromic or not on the Spectrum, at least I recall, mentally, it's been a while, that it's much better than this, clearer than this. The road is not as fierce, the road is too fierce. I'm 7th, and my thumb is about to fall off. Right, let's try not pressing so hard. I'm trying to press in the middle of the D-pad now. There we go, that was shocking. Not as shocking as the sound effects. I'm going to try and press in the middle of the D-pad up instead of pressing right at the top of the D-pad. I'm pretty sure I don't have to press there. But, you know. Right, so where am I? I'm penultimate. Look at the cars. Holy shit, they look like Playmobil. Fire. Right, racing at France. Not racing in France. Just racing at France. I don't know where I did my qualification. Right, you can see that it is shifting automatically in the top left by the way it judders back. I'm chucking on my anchors there, and I've just been massively overtaken. The other cars are pretty smooth actually. There's no bloody room for them on the road. Oh shit, I'm 11th, and 10th is the position I have to go. The road is too small. If you could play it on keys, I sincerely doubt it would make much difference, because the road is like, it's like a fucking Scalextrics track. For any Americans out there watching, slot car racing. It's not playable. We're not being on keys. I'm sure there are people out there who could play it with joystick back in the day, possibly because it was the only game you had, so you had to persevere. But we've gone straight back to qualifying, obviously. Oh my god, that cramp in my thumb right now, and I'm not even pressing it at the top. And obviously your brain wants to press it as hard as it can, you know, Jeremy Clarkson, power and shit. But that's not what you want to do. And also your brakes are rubbish. I know this is 1990, you know, Formula 1 cars. Let's be honest, the 70s was the best, when it was completely unrestricted and everything was fucking mental. Get back on the road, you knob jockey. Remember those Formula 1 cars that had 4 wheels at the front? Insane. Oh. You've either got not enough braking or complete and utter stop. Plus the roadside obstacles and the feeling of speed, you know, and I guess faux pas scaling is absolutely non-existent. The Spectrum version pisses all over this on that. Maybe I should do a comparison video. Maybe I should get a white stick. 7. And I guess the arrow indication on the roads, which is, you know, going left now, going right now, absolutely useless. Hey, we got 9th. This is horrible. This is shizenballs. I'm scared to try it with gears. We will later on. Fire. At least that sounds alright. I don't want to use the mirror because I've got enough problems going in a straight line because of how fierce the corners are. Right, now that's it. 11th. It's not that we win, it's that we took part. Yeah, is it fuck? Right, okay, that's all well and good, but I mean, if you're gonna fail me. It's damn near unplayable on a D-pad. There's a car on the qualifying lap, is there? It's absolute damn near unplayable on the D-pad. That may not solely be because I'm playing it on a D-pad. It was pretty much fucking unplayable on the joystick. And this D-pad's miles better than that, but yeah. But it's not entirely the D-pad's fault. It's because the controls are so fucking ropey, and the road is so small, and the corners are so fierce. I know, excuses, excuses. I'm gonna have to go back, not necessarily, you know, make a comparison, not necessarily show a revisit of the Spectrum version, but after I finish playing this, go back and take a look at how well it compares to this. Back on the road, you knob jockey. I'm not complaining, but how the fuck am I still first? It's giving me a participation medal. It must be considered to be incredibly hard because this is a trainer version. I've not engaged any, there we go, third shit, any of the cheats, but there was a whole bunch of stuff you could do to always be first and never crash and shit. I might go back and engage those, just so we could actually, maybe, possibly, somehow, snowball's chance in hell, see another bloody track. But then that still involves we getting to the end. Come on, I'll take 9th. I mean, I'm slowly getting better. I need a new thumb. I really need a new thumb. I do like the music. Hey, look, I can take a positive. I do like the music. Fire. Yeah, we're going to go back and put some cheats in. Oi, you cheeky shizen. It's like I said, the road is too small. Ah, he hit me. And I actually looked in the rearview mirror then. I didn't then because I was too far to the left. So it works then. I mean, that's kind of impressive that it's doing two things at once. And we failed already. This is horrible. I don't know what reviews it got back in the day, but I can't imagine they were very good. Again, because why are there so many cheats for this? Shitballs. Right. Fuck this. We're going to put some cheats in. Right, you name it, cheat-wise, I've got it turned on. I've got always number 1, can't lower position, cannot crash, cannot hit other cars. So let's give this a go and at least see if we can finish one race. I'm not going to piss around with these because even though I'm loaded up with cheats and shit like that, cheats never prosper, yes they do, that's just not going to happen, is it? Right. Oh, so first position, qualify. We've got to qualify again. Let's just see what happens. Well, I'm just going to try and drive. Even though I'm in, you know, Casper the friendly car and shit, I'm intangible. Not invincible, intangible. I'm not the god, I'm a god. But look, I can't crash. That's good to know. Are there supposed to be faces on those billboards? You know, the yellow and blue ones. I can't hit other cars. That's good to know as well. Because the white ones are arrows. I mean, obviously there was roadside scenery, wasn't there? In the arcade. I'm assuming if we do get to another level, I don't know how many laps I have to race, then obviously this is just going to literally change colour. Maybe the mountains in the background will change into, I don't know, buildings. Right, so look, first position still, cannot lose. It's like we paid everyone off. It's like we're Russian. We paid everyone off and we're doped up to the tits. And it's state sponsored. 175 miles an hour, right? And I'm not losing any speed. Am I losing speed when I come, because I can't crash? People can still overtake me. I actually got to enjoy the rearview mirror a little bit then. I say enjoy, that's probably too strong a descriptive term. Right, let's race. In your own time. Oh, I had to press fire. My bad. If we can take a positive, I do like that noise. Yep, so look, I'm first. I cannot lose. It's like when you all collaborate, you know, like sports day events when you're at school. So the useless kid would win. Because you were nice. Well, you weren't, the teachers made you. See, participation awards, they've been knocking around since the 80s. Obviously, I can't stop them from overtaking me because I'm intangible. But to be fair, if they hit me, that, you know, when I wasn't intangible, generally it would fuck me over. So how many laps are there? This, I mean, this can't be enjoyable. Couldn't be enjoyable as a kid, surely. I'm going to have to look up some genuine, original, like magazine reviews And also, if you had to cheat, as I said, to include, I know every game has a trainer, but it just goes to show that when the cheats are as specific as they are on this, that notoriously people could not get anywhere in it, I guess. I mean, if you had it back in the day and you could get somewhere in it, by all means let me know, and obviously I'm crap, but yeah. But having to cheat to get your value for money out of a game, no wonder we all pirated them. What would this be? Imagine playing $7.95, $8.95 for this. Jesus. Ooh. Looks like I'm driving a go-kart as well. To be fair, pretty much all home ports, including the Mega Drive, looks like you're driving a go-kart. Oh, music would have been nice to break up the monotonous. But then that's all driving games. Again, what good driving games? Formula 1, you know, or this style of car racing game, I should say, is good on the Commodore 64. There must be a good one. Ooh. That's not because I want to get back on the track, because I can't lose. That's because it was just like the top of my thumb that hurts. It spread down the entire right hand side of my hand, and I'm cheating. Ooh. I'm still determined to try and keep some level of control, even though, like I said, I'm cheating. Please, just be 3 laps. Just be 3 laps. Obviously not. Oh, well, unless because we're on lap 3, then we get to the end of lap 3. You can't be serious, US Gold. You probably didn't write it yourselves, because you never did. Oh, was that chicane? It really felt like one. Wow, that was just like real life. You can be serious to put more than 3 laps in when you have so little control over the direction of your car on a track that's smaller than a Scalextrics and has turns fierce to the Mike Tyson's temper in the 80s. And maybe you can, because you hate us that much. Got your $7.95, kids. Now we're really going to piss you off. I feel like the noise as well is slowly hypnotising me. Come on. See, I'm playing this now, so if you've never played this and you're fond of your Commodore 64 games, now you know you can safely avoid this one. I always try and show the Commodore in the best lights, as I like to say when I do my ZX Spectrum gameplays, but I really do. And I really thought this was unplayable because of the joystick I was using, but no, it appears that it's written that way. Yeah, so it's 3 laps, 4 laps. We'll just see if the scenery changes colour, because I can't face anymore. Qualify at Brazil. In Brazil. Right, so you haven't changed anything. You couldn't even be bothered to change the colour of the background or the mountains. Oh, you lazy bastards. Well, there you go. Super Monaco GP by US Gold. Is it tier text, this? I don't know, it reached to their level of shizen on the Commodore 64. I played it. You don't have to. You're welcome. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. And guess what? Cheats do prosper. Doesn't make the game any better, though. Bye.